Hello, everyone. Welcome in to another episode of Wine Wednesday. This is an exciting Wine Wednesday because most of you, or all of you, will find out how many boos and excited hoorays there are halfway in here.
Oohs and ahs.
Yeah, oohs and ahs. On who is looking to win possibly a 1, 2, maybe 3. Well, I think Dom's usually the decider of this because he likes to have fun with it. How many potential people could win a free ticket to tomorrow's all-day webinar? Some of you have said, screw my odds, I'm just going to go buy it directly, and by all means, I totally understand. I would do the same thing. But if you are here, welcome in. Welcome in. We're gonna do the usual, talk about our wine, talk about the market, do some questions, and then about halfway through 7:30 Eastern is when the raffle will close, and then we will go ahead and I believe we have a cool Wheel of Fortune thing for us here where we can actually see the winner.
Oh, you're going to
live.
show it.
Oh yeah, the people will be able to see who wins.
Come a long way in the streaming gig.
What's up?
This is
Come a long way.
Yeah, too much for us.
My only worry though is if we have, say we have multiple gyms, we got like 5 gyms on there, and like one of the gyms, it's like which gym. So hopefully there's like
it's always a problem when there's 2
Am
gyms.
I a gym?
No, what gym?
Okay.
I don't know. Jim Bob in the.
I did put my name in the raffle though.
Perfect. Maybe
It's not fair that everyone else gets to like
have fun.
Win.
have the adrenaline and I don't.
So what if you win? Do you pick someone in the chat yourself?
No, I'll go to it.
Oh, okay. He'll just show up.
No, I'm kidding.
Alrighty. Well, what are we drinking, gentlemen? What do we got
Just
tonight?
water today
Water today for Dom.
and some Crystal Light stuff.
I'm
Nice.
kind of double fisting. There was a holiday party in my building, so I have a little bit of leftover margarita,
What's a
Jealous.
holiday
then-
party?
and then I didn't get a wine, so I have beer.
There we go.
Coors Light, where the mountains are blue, right?
This is my other one, in case we run out.
They're not blue, so they're both warm.
No. This one's blue.
Okay, yeah, okay.
There we go. Well,
Which is brew?
no, unfortunately, I brew in the streak in Good Morning NASDAQ today. We have Purple Moon.
That's a really cool name.
Purple
Can we do
Moon?
some sort? Can we do something called Purple Moon?
You know, a little Chardonnay action from 2023 California, and it's quite good. It's very delicious. I'm a big fan. Not as good as Witch's Brew, but we're up there.
What kind is
Chardonnay
it?
guy.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
This is very classy, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you. It was either that between a Sauvignon Blanc, and I was like, no, let's do a
You
little.
said, let's be classy. There's a raffle tonight.
Yeah, it's a special occasion night. Bring out the Chardonnay. Also, quick little shout out for Andrew. He sent a picture in the Clover chat. Let me just open this up to how what's called dedication right here. Beat us to it, dude. Got a Pinot Noir and bruschetta. Some Italian appetizers. Look at that. Legend, dude. I'm jealous. I'm hungry now.
And look at the platter, too, the serving platter.
Oh, yeah. On a wooden board and everything. Like, he's ready to roll. So, well done, Andrew. Anyways, chat. How we doing? Thomas, Joseph, Patrick, Driver Max, Timmy Trades, AOCJ, Fu Ranny, Thomas again, Salamas, Pay Daddy, Driver Max again, Captain Price, William, Captain Price again, Robert, and Mason. Nice. Well, anyways, guys, as always, feel free to put in the questions in the chat as well. If you're showing up on Wednesday and have no idea we were doing a raffle, I guess we can send in the link one more time. I'm sure most of you know, but you never know. There's always some stragglers in there that forgot we're doing a raffle. Some people forget we're even alive sometimes, they just show
All
up
the
like,
time.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're still do this? We're like, yes, we're here. Let's copy this link. Here we go. So till 7:30 Eastern, you got your chance to enter your email, and best of luck to everybody. So, anyways, Mason asks, "Hi Kyle, are you swinging short GRTI?" Currently, I am short. Yes, I don't love it. It was really good about an hour and a half ago, or a little over an hour ago. Not as great looking now, but still decent looking. We will see. But I do feel in general, good about it. So yes, to answer that question.
Before we really get going, and let's let the questions funnel in here, guys. Anything trading related, anything you want. This is a safe space here on Wine Wednesday. We just have some fun, talk about trading. Let's all do a cool little exercise where we hover our mice over the subscribe button, and we just check. If it says subscribed, you pass the test. If not, you hit that little button, And it's free. You're not going to get sent anything. Not signing up for anything. All it does is make us feel better and make sure that you are aware whenever we go live, which is every day the market is open. That was all.
I like that. And if it says subscribe, then you go over to the like button, which I didn't do. Shame on me.
That you couldn't have possibly done unless you've already done it, but you can still do it.
Yeah, you can hit the like button as well. There we go. We were easy on people in Good Morning NASDAQ this morning.
Very easy.
When
I've
we closed the
been
stream, it was
very
only in the
easy on
30s.
everyone.
We didn't do 50. Shame on us,
Was it really not?
I think it was in the 30s. Yeah.
You should have told me.
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, we were trading. Too busy looking and watching. So, also, question for you, Huddie and Dom. How do you feel about December so far? I'm not too jazzed about it. I haven't felt strong.
I thought it was going to be the greatest month of the year, and then I got kind of let down this week. It's been fine. I feel like there's been opportunities. Like, I feel like you could have blindly traded BTQQF as an old OTC like ABCD pattern today and got blessed with like 70 cents to $1 a share in 10 minutes. I have ideas that are working, just not necessarily always the ones that I'm trading. Sat in TXYZ all day today just to be saddened. Just a bunch of 1 hour losses, and then bigger than expected wins. So no wins this week really for me, but I think it's been up and down. And it's been clearly last week and this week, but I do think there's been opportunities this week. I've just not done a great job.
Yeah, I think December has sucked so far. But as far as my strategy goes, that's kind of to be expected. The data at least shows that December is usually a pretty rocky month for gappers. Not sure why, it just is. So I kind of expect it to be that way. Not necessarily losing, not necessarily winning, just kind of flatlined since the end of November, which doesn't feel great, but at least it's still consistent. At least it's still, hanging at the highs. And just once we get over this little hump of weird gappers, I'm sure it'll be right back to business as usual. So looking forward to that, but just gotta, kind of stay patient, do business as usual until that moment happens. I haven't really had a good read on any of the quantum stocks. I haven't had a good read on any of the stocks that have broken out. So I just doing more or less, doing more or less than doing more, doing more of less.
Doing less
Wait,
of
does that make
more,
sense?
and then more of more, and then more of less, and then less of less.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
If someone asks me how is the market right now, my first response is hot. There's a lot moving, a lot going on. There's AI sector, there's quantum sector, there's crypto sector.
Tesla's at all-time highs.
Yeah, we've just got a bunch moving and running, which is great. But then, right, when I reflect on my individual trading, the first 2 weeks of December have been a feeling of underperforming to what is in front of me. And I don't necessarily know yet if that's really my fault or it's the market. I know it's my fault because the market's hot, but I don't know if there's anything I would do differently. It's just how the market is currently moving is not as aligned as what I would have expected. So we're doing okay. I think we're slightly green after today. I did take 2 losers that gave away most of my monthly profits. But again, 2 average losers just tells you how much I was really up on the month, which wasn't much. So yeah, we'll see. I am excited for tomorrow. There's still, again, I've been excited every day. There's plays every single day. It's just like, perfect example, earlier, was it Monday? DXYZ didn't feel nearly enough size, therefore was not a winner. Today, RGTI didn't short the bounce, got crushed right after, right? Things like that. So things, little small margin of errors that, if you miss them or make a different decision, you miss out on quite a different bottom line in terms of trading. So that's where I'm at.
I kind of want to add on to that.
Sure.
As far as the gappers go, William Gregory just wrote in the chat, did you short CADL today? Sick fade and short into resistance. It wasn't really sick short into resistance. That's kind of what I was thinking coming into market open today. Unfortunately, it didn't fit my criteria. And so this is the problem with systematic short selling, is that I don't really get to pick and choose the ones I like. And sometimes, chart structure and share structure come into play, but I only know where the bad basket of odds is. And with something with Cadle, it's the same thing as what was the one the other day? Right before that, CMRX. It's just like this. You short CMRX, and then you lose on it, and then you short Cadle and you win on it. At the end of the day, you kind of break even, and that's kind of what the data shows with that kind of float structure. So I kind of avoided both. And it just seems like for the gapper strategy that I implore, the three best faders this month so far I've missed. Cadle was CADL today, was a great fader, and it just didn't fit my criteria. So that just sucks, and that's just the game I chose to play. UPC last week, I mean, you know me, I like to swing a lot of these, was a blatant Chinese liquidation scam. I had every single writing on the wall. Not saying that it's going to squeeze to 200, but I really think it's better if I don't touch those than if I do. And of course, that's the one that doesn't offer it and gaps down 70% the next day. Because, it's either a super squeezer or it's really a bad company. And then the other one was Duo, which my fault. I completely missed. I wasn't watching it. It totally triggered my pattern. I should have been there for that, and I missed it. And that was like another 50% winner. So you add those three to my month, and it's like a freaking phenomenal month. But unfortunately, where this month has gone so far, I haven't been in the big ones. And that's trading. But again, as long as I'm not like incurring any kind of bad losses and I'm sustaining the highs, it should all work out.
I think that's the funny part about trading, which is like we're all given the same market days, the same market weeks, the market years. Yet, the best of us and profitable traders have such drastically different results from day to day, week to week. Like Huddie could be having a record month and I could be red on the month. Or Kyle could be having the best week ever and I could have not taken a trade. And there's like a lot more of us than just the market that goes into this, which is quite crazy because I do feel like there's been opportunities this month where I could have done better. And, you swap out one, let's say you had two trades you're watching right out of the gate and you decide to take one and you miss the other one works and this one fails. There's a lot of that. And it's just about finding the right rhythm and trying to adapt to the market as quickly as possible. But it is that kind of weird world we're living in right now that Kyle talked about where it's hot. I can't deny there's not stuff moving, but I'd be lying if I said I was nailing it all.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. So, with that being said, let's jump right into the questions.
I'll do it.
Don will lead the way. Go for it.
Does the crappy feeling of leaving money on the table ever go away for you guys? Does that mean like you took the profits and it kept going?
Yes, it does go away.
Yeah,
That's the answer.
Don't
Like,
cry over spilt milk, right?
yeah, it's like perfection is really not the goal. You have a trade plan. The trade plan makes sense. If the trade plan's achieved, that's the best case scenario. And whatever you kind of missed or missed out on, if it's consistently like you're missing on something more, like okay, maybe you augment your trade plans to account for that, given your experience, given the data that you're seeing, with each sample size that you witness. But for the most part, like if the trade plan works out the way that I want it to work out, like if it goes farther without me, whatever, I made my money. I made my money from that ticker. Thank God it was there, and I'm moving on to the next time that it comes around. Like pretty simple, but you get used to it.
If it was part of my plan, then no, I could care less where the stock goes after. If it goes to where I thought it was going to go and I cut early or took profits early, then yes, I am. That is a crappy feeling and it's my fault. But yeah, once you realize that you make your plans based off what happens the majority of the time, you start to be really okay with that because you realize you can make a lot of money not catching the entire move every time.
Yeah, I agree with both those statements of, trade plan if it was in my trade plan, perfect. The one time I will feel crappy if it was in my trade plan, I deviated from said trade plan, sold too early because I was emotional, exited for whatever reason, and then the trade went and worked without me, and I look back and I'm like, well, why did I exit for no reason, right? That's the crappy feeling, but if I execute my plan perfectly and it went higher or went lower, then, it is what it is. I got to make a better trade plan next time, So, yeah, that goes away, at least in that aspect.
Okay. What's your favorite trade of the week? I'm just about to look to see if I have any green ones.
Yeah, right. Favorite trade of the it's only Wednesday. I have. When did this week start? The 9th? Yeah, I don't have a favorite trade this week. I've had. Wait, no, I do. On the 9th, Monday, SONN had an offering late day, and I was short that one. So that's actually my biggest winner on the week. I made just under, I believe, 11 grand, 10, 11 grand, somewhere in there. And that is my biggest winner by far, because it goes 10 grand, then 9 grand, then 3 grand, then 900, then 140 bucks. So it declines pretty quickly, and I have just as many losers to be down 2K on the week. So unfortunately gave that back, but that is my favorite trade of the week so far that I've taken and actually profited. I would say the DXYZ red day to 51 from 73 was my favorite trade, but when you only fill, a quarter size or less of what you wanted, it's hard to call that my favorite.
So. My favorite trade was the trade I didn't take. I feel like there's been so much that have been like kind of there, but kind of not there, like B- setups, like SOUN, like was it extended? Was it easy to borrow? There's so many like things you can say about SOUN at 15 that I kind of avoided that whole chop, and that made me feel really good. I just really trying to focus on exceptional patterns. And yeah, DXYZ was kind of there. That's one where when it goes red, you got to trust it. Since it's proven it so many times, but it happened in such a quick manner that, yeah, I totally missed it as well. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But at least I haven't been fighting stocks. At least I haven't been entering poorly. At least I haven't been chasing stocks at their lows and getting chopped up and taking unnecessary losses throughout the whole week. It's like, again, like the win is the fact that my equity curve is at all-time highs. And like it just takes like a couple good setups to start going parabolic again. You don't want to dig yourself a hole in this time.
Yeah, I don't have any. I have 12 trades this week, and 10 of them are losers. And the biggest win is $198. So, but I'm only down 1,700. So, the keeping losses small, keeping everything small. And I was up more than that unrealized today, but unfortunately, that all disappeared quickly. Bless you, Huddie.
Keep it down, would you?
How do you avoid boredom trading during the day while waiting for setup?
Yeah.
How do you avoid boredom during day trading while waiting for setup? YouTube's a good one.
YouTube is definitely Dom's answer. And cooking.
I mean, I
go to the gym.
Yeah, Huddie does a lot of gym breaks. I'm doing other things. I'm looking at emails. I'm on my phone. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at
brushing
TikTok.
His cats.
Yeah, I'm playing with the cats. Sometimes they annoy me on my desk. And I'm like, okay, I guess you guys want attention. Making myself breakfast, doing anything but having to stare at the screen. Although I can stare at my positions and not feel like I have to do anything. So it's a matter of just, how bored are you willing to be to some degree, right? Because if you get too bored by being too bored, then I don't know.
You start pushing buttons.
Yeah, you got to be okay with being
you got
bored
to avoid.
sometimes.
Yeah, you got to avoid the boredom hour. And for me, a lot of it is just setting a stop loss, or maybe even like a stop entry, right? Whatever it is, and just walking away and knowing that like during midday, usually the time I don't want to be really making decisions. I either want to be already covered or I have some kind of patience plan towards the end of day. So stop losses, and a lot of the time, like I get like even if I'm buying breakouts and stuff like that, like I really don't want to be necessarily like that prevalent during the midday section. There's only like a couple patterns every now and again that come up.
Yeah.
Get used to being bored. If you're really bored and you're not trading, that means you're doing something right. Usually, if you're having too much fun, you're clicking too many buttons, it will come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Nikita over in the room asks, for the overextended gap down, the greatest pattern in their opinion, not working. It seems like nothing wants to truly respect previous close anymore. I want to start risking wider, but it starts to really hurt the risk reward, and I'm losing faith in the setup in today's market. How do we adapt to this? Do you start giving up on the pattern for now?
Yeah, that question really speaks to me because I held the overextended gap down pattern as once my like bread and butter pattern. I rarely ever trade it today. So like kind of the adaptation was to move away from it. You're absolutely right. Like they don't necessarily respect red green as much as they used to. Although I'd love to have some hard data about that in terms of like what's the criteria and what is really like if I took every single one, would I be profitable? Because I have a feeling that many traders pick and choose which ones they want to take instead of just taking them all for face value, or they miss some here and there, whatever it is. And you're absolutely right. Like kind of going at it with a wide risk approach ruins the risk reward that was so great about overextended gap downs in the first place. So for me, my adaptation was like finding other patterns and really I've just been focusing on day one gap and craps, and it feels like there's like kind of the same situation there going on, where there's a lot of fade, a lot of pops getting sold into, a lot of fade happening. Um, I don't know. I wish I had a better answer. I feel like the other adaptation to overextended gap down is focusing on the overextended gap up, which is, where Kyle kind of comes in, and I'll let him talk about that. But yeah, for the most part, I think a lot of us, I mean, for sure me, who used to take it like at least 3 or 4 times a week, like I have maybe one every 2 months that I take. It's really rare.
Yeah, I think I don't know why specifically, and since 2020, really since 2020 to 2022, I think people have gotten pretty hyper aware of after hours and pre-market. We've seen quite some crazy moves. I don't have any data on it, but I'd actually love to know how much volume is being traded, because it really wouldn't shock me if the data came back saying that there was more volume being traded in both after hours and pre-market. Because I think the gaps up and down have become more violent and or more frequent. So the overextended gap down definitely has hindered or has lost its edge to some degree. But like Huddie just mentioned, on the flip side, though, some stickers may be gapping down too much and ruining the risk reward. There are also other tickers that gap up a ton, and they gap up too much. And so when they start trading out the open, there just isn't enough sustainability to keep it up, and they usually will fade. RGTI kind of not being a great example, but kind of an example of one of them. Not even overextended gap ups, but just a bunch of gap and craps in general, right? Anything that's gapping up, 80, 90, 100, 150, 200%. Some will run, but a lot of them also do fail. So it's a bit of a mixed bag now, and maybe more tilting in the favor of gap ups than the gap downs when it comes to overextension. So, alrighty. You guys have 2 more minutes before the raffle ends. Let's answer one more question, and then we will...
There's a good one.
Sure, yeah.
Mr. Robert, why does my freaking thing keep doing this? And I wish more questions were like this. A good one.
He does have a good
Thoughts
question.
on what's the hardest trading rule you have? What's the hardest trading rule you have for you to keep, follow, or what rule do you break the most? For me, it's been pretty common throughout my entire career, and it's been sticking to a risk level. The times I do it are generally when I'm kind of just going with the flow, and trading's really easy. It's not stressful. I take my losses, my wins just happen, and I'm just free flowing down the pond or the river or the stream or a brook maybe. And when I don't do that, I'm really frustrated as a trader. I'm buying in and out of a range, and the stock really hasn't broken down or really worked, and I've taken multiple losses on it. I really struggle on the short side with this. I don't know why, but I could sit in something all day long and have it do all sorts of weird things on the tape or pull back and wick. And as long as it doesn't break my risk, I'm usually pretty good at holding through. But on the short side, if it like starts to work and then like any sort of strength, I just get angry. I can convince myself really easily that I just need to get out. And very often it just continues to go on and work. So yeah, the biggest rule for me is sticking to risk level. And I have to remind myself all the time to actually do it.
Beautiful. So I don't know exactly which one's number one, but part of my journaling process is at the end of the month to write down how many times of each individual rule I've broken it. So I don't know which one's number one, but I can tell you by just as Dom was answering his question, I quickly scrolled through the last, couple years of months and just quickly, skimmed which rules I was breaking the most. And out of the 15 rules I have, rule number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So those 5.
You actually use that tab on your spreadsheet?
Yeah. If I break a rule, it's one of those 15. I got to know which one it is. And so let me just quickly read the 5. Number 10, is this trade ideal? Don't waste energy on low odds setups. Stick to setups you know. So that's if I'm trading something that I think I maybe know, but it's not really a good setup, or just a very low grade setup and I know it and I lose on it because of it. It's like, duh, Kyle. That's why you call it low grade and should probably avoid it. Number 11, do you have a trading plan, meaningful risk entry, and potential profit targets? Don't predict the profit targets, react to the chart. So that's like, if I win in a trade plan or I win in a trade and one of the parts of the plan just didn't get executed or I didn't even think about, rule break, right there. And they'll trade, perform poorly because of it. Don't let missed or poorly executed trades influence your next trade. Never, or center yourself, no revenge trading. So if I have ever revenge trade, greed kills. There's a reason why you have an instinct to exit or enter into a spike. Don't play penny games to get out. That'll happen a lot to me, where I'm like up $1 a share, but I want to make $1.05, and so I'm holding for 5 more cents, and all of a sudden the stock bounces back on me or pulls back on me, and I'm like, what am I doing giving back half my gains for 5 more cents? I do that a lot. And then lastly, kind of similar to what Dom was saying, is just don't emotionally exit or enter a trade. Wait till your risk is broken or new info breaks your thesis. If not, stay in no matter what. So could be any one of those, but it's typically any one of those 5.
Huddie?
My turn?
Ready? Yep.
Yeah. Where is it? Where's the question?
What rule do you break the most?
My hardest rule to stick to is sizing into my risk level with consistent risk, making sure that like if it's an A plus, I have 5K risk. If it's a B plus, I have like 2,500 risk. If it's C, like maybe 1,000, whatever it is, like keeping that consistent across the board, I have a hard time with. That's something that I've worked on a lot this year in terms of how I'm going to bet and the way that I bet that allows me to do better at that. But that's something that I like work at constantly because in the moment, I think it's hard. Like if you're going to say you're going to risk on $1,000 on every single trade, but let's say you have 5 cents of risk and your trade is triggering, that's a lot of shares to have located already, know that you have to use them and then use them. So I have a hard time with that kind of stuff for whatever, like my whole career. I hate breaking that rule. To not have full size risk on a setup and to win on it is like, I think one of the biggest setbacks that you can have more than like taking a 1 hour loss. I think like cutting your winners short is really a bad thing. So that's one rule I break often, and I wish I didn't. And then the other rule I wish I didn't break is following my trade plan, which is kind of what Dom said. Whether it's sticking to a risk or sticking to a time in the day to cover a stock or whatever it is, like just not letting minute by minute price action scare me out of my whole trade plan. I break that not as much anymore, but it goes on my list more often than not, more than I'd like it to. Those are the 2.
Very nice. Well, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are at that time of the episode where we are going to pull the raffle. Now, I will warn everyone, there's 109 raffle entries, and there's only 88 of you here. So sad to see to start that most people, not most, a good portion, do want to sign up and just hope to get called and maybe rush to Wine Wednesday in the hopes they make it. But you got to be here. So if you're here, you got the first step done. We're going to make it fun here.
You're going to have them do what? Just to prove that it's them?
Well, they got their first and last name, and I believe we have their email. So so if you are called and you are here and you say you're here, to prove you can either DM the Clover's Twitter page or myself in Discord to just verify the email, and that will confirm you're the winner. But we do have first and last names here, so if you're lying, it just looks bad on your part. But yeah, that's how we can truly confirm. And how many winners do we want to have, Dom? I was before you say anything, I was thinking immediately you were going to say, depending on how many likes we got, is how many winners we'd give away. Not equivalent to likes. So it's like we have 50 likes, we're not giving 50 tickets away. But if we have 50, do we give 3? If we get 70, do we give 4?
How do we have 50 likes if there's 88 people in here right now? I don't understand that math.
I think, how many likes do we have right now?
We've got 43. Likes?
43, that's pretty good.
Get that number up.
That's pretty good. I have full control over this?
You can. I can take it away from you if you want. I was going to...
No, I think, a good number is 4.
4 giveaways. Okay, he's being uneasy. You're not even
one
give him
for
like
pretty much one out of every 25 people. So you got a good shot.
Okay, I like that. All right, I'm gonna make this wheel big. We're gonna close our face, or we're gonna hide our faces.
That's everyone's name. That's a giant wheel.
It's all 109 people here. I'm gonna make it big just so you can see. Say it again.
Should we just make bets on it too, so we can have fun?
I mean, you could bet what kind of color it lands on. Green.
No, I want to bet on the person.
Blue. All right. First spin. Here we go.
Drum roll, Huddie.
All right. Oh my gosh.
What'd you do?
It pops up for us, so we don't have to see it. Okay, Francesca. We're going to give her, what, 30 seconds, 90 seconds, or 60 seconds?
41.
Oh, that's fun. I'm having fun.
The winner of the first one. It's Francesca.
Francesca A.
Francesca Ars.
William says the Frans always win. That is
It
true.
is always a
We've
Fran.
always had a Fran to win. There's been a few.
Francesca.
Again, 109 entries. There are only 88 people or 91 people now watching the stream, so it could be one of them.
Looking for Francesca.
Management has given me their email to confirm, but we got to see if they're even here.
Jordan says, that's my wife. She's asleep with our newborn. Do you have access to her email?
I guess if Jordan can verify the
or
email.
her Discord, and you can just message Kyle on Discord.
Put the phone to her face, unlock the phone. You know how it works.
And Jordan, I think was it Jordan's also person? I think it was right before Francesca was, I think, Jordan, or was it Parker? Someone.
Those are
really
different
close.
names.
All right, Jordan, Discord
or email.
Well, DM me on Discord the email that you think it is to confirm that is your wife.
Oh yeah, if you know her email.
Right.
How's that 90-second clock working?
Well, we already have a person, so
we have in theory a person.
Or Jordan, are you saying no Discord? You could DM me on Twitter. Make it real quick. Either way.
Let's spin the wheel again.
All right.
Spin the wheel.
We're waiting on Jordan to confirm for the first winner.
Jordan's got to confirm.
Let's
spin the wheel. Let's spin
Francesca
the wheel.
here.
Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin
Alrighty,
the wheel.
number
Spin
2.
the wheel.
Here we go.
All right. I got a boner.
Woo!
That escalated quickly. Nathan Alexander.
Nathan, step up to the podium.
Come get your winnings. 3 nights with Kyle Williams.
The encore.
Nathan Alexander. Nathan A. And Jordan, I have not received an email or DM from you yet. If you want to email, if email's preferred, you could email support@clovertrading.io, but I figured a DM in Discord or Twitter would be easier. But at some point we will.
Okay, there's a Nathan with exclamation points.
Uh-oh, Nathan.
That does look like Nathan.
And Jordan has confirmed he's got the right email. So Francesca is a winner. Look at Jordan being a great husband.
Wow, really?
Showing up.
Nathan, same rules apply to you if you'd like to claim your prize.
And yeah, Nathan, if Nathan's with the exclamation points and saying no way, if that's you, Nathan Alexander, then feel free to DM us the email you use to confirm, to know it's you. And again, congrats to Jordan and Alexander. Or not Alexander, Francesca. Got mixed with Alexander or Nathan.
There's a dog on my lap.
Let's remove Nathan here.
That's a good one.
What?
Theo looks healthy.
He just jumped right up in. He loves raffles too. Maybe we'll do an extra ticket. He'll pick it.
Alrighty. While we're waiting for Nathan to possibly confirm, we got 1 winner down, so 3 to go. Let's spin it again.
Wait, Nathan said, what is the email? You tell us.
Then I would say, Nathan, if you're not Nathan Alexander, there's an email you put in to be in this raffle. And you got to confirm with us the email you put on if you're the real Nathan Alexander that you say you are. Or you're just a Nathan that is in the stream but hasn't won yet.
Pablo Martinez.
Oh, another winner. The winners
Pablo.
just keep coming.
Mr. Pablo Martinez, are you in the chat?
I am in the chat.
Mr. Martinez.
I can see Dom putting in like Randy Jackson.
Huddie, why can't we see your face? What are you doing right over there in the dark?
I'll tell you what, our faces are not on the screen.
They're not.
Hey.
Dom's got Theo. He's watching.
He's watching. Look, he's looking at the chat hardcore right now.
Alrighty, Pablo.
Way down to Pablo. SK says how to get on the wheel.
And again, Nathan, if they're not you, we're gonna.
Pablo Martinez.
Oh, yeah, he has commented.
Definitely here.
But Nathan is not confirmed, so we still might only have 2 winners. Pablo, feel free to DM me on Discord or Twitter with confirmation of your email.
Slide into Kyle's DMs real quick.
I don't know, guys. I think I wanna X-nay Nathan. Haven't gotten a DM yet.
Nathan's scaring me over here.
Oh my god, Theo. Kyle, show Theo right now.
Theo's loving up on his dad here. Theo wants to win the raffle.
He really wants to go. But he'll be here. He'll be there no matter
He'll
what.
be there.
Nathan says, I don't see an email. I don't think you're understanding this.
But Nathan, if your last name is Alexander, the only way you got on this wheel is by entering an email. So
I need you to tell us that email.
So unless you have short-term memory loss, I need you to remember what email you put in and then DM it to me over Discord or Twitter to confirm it's you. And if you haven't entered a raffle at all and just happen to hear your name and you happen to be the same person, then we have 2 Nathan Alexanders. But if you didn't enter the raffle, then I'm sorry. You're not the Nathan Alexander we're looking for.
If that's the case, we're out of Nathan because I don't see another Nathan.
Small says, I want what I want what Nathan's smoking. There we go. But Nathan gets it. He's like, all right, gotcha. I'll DM you. There we go. But also Pablo Martinez, he was in the chat. Haven't gotten a DM from him.
I feel good about Pablo.
Yeah, he got the full name. Oh wait, I have a.
He's got a photo by his name too. It looks legit.
Okay, I do have a DM from Pablo. Let me just confirm the email.
Congratulations, Pablo.
Yep, Pablo's a winner. Number 2. That is.
I do see multiple Thomas checks in this wheel.
Some sort of collusion going on?
And you see there's a Thomas check right below this name, and then 3 up, there's another Thomas check. It's scamming the system. I love it.
All right. We got 2 winners, possibly a third with Nathan. Have a DM. Okay, he's giving me his email. Let's confirm. And yes, Nathan. You are who you say you are. Nice. All righty.
1 more winner.
So there's 1 more. All righty.
Who will be our final gladiator?
So we have Francesca, Nathan, Pablo. Who's number 4? Let's see. Ready? 3, 2,
Please place your bets.
1.
17 black. 17 black.
Please, 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 black. Red.
Oh. Frankie Maltese?
A lot of FRANs.
Right. Francesca, Frankie.
Well, bless me, guys. Thank you. Frankie Maltese. Frankie Maltese.
Frankie. I will say this is impressive, though. The first 3, they were here.
Ranky.
It was not the same as the last few raffles we've done. What was our record? What was the record, Dom? We pulled like 4 names.
Oh, that was like for a bigger prize.
That was for like a free boot camp ticket. Yeah, and like 4 people just weren't on stream in a row.
What are we looking for, Frankie?
We're looking for Frankie.
I'm looking for Frankie.
No comment from Frankie yet, so
Frankie.
Another I would say 30 seconds.
I'll count it down.
Yeah, count it down for us.
It's a really good countdown, Dom.
It's a silent countdown.
No.
Frankie is eliminated.
All righty. Sorry, Frankie. Here we go. Another roll.
Spinning the wheel again. My favorite part of the day. Removed Frankie Maltese.
Oh. It goes so slow at the end.
Frankie.
Christian.
Frankie. Christian Baeza.
Baleza.
Beleza.
No, yes, LL is pronounced yeah.
You have to you have to assume that they are like Spanish of some sort.
I'm just letting you know.
Christian Baleza. Baleza.
Christian Beleza.
Head up
Oh,
to the
Chris
podium.
B. Chris B can fit. It fits that.
It is short for Chris B.
If you do not know what to do now, you should have been listening. DM Kyle with your email.
To confirm it's you.
Nothing from Frankie, huh?
So, Chris B, we see that you're here in the chat, but to confirm it's you, feel free to DM me on Twitter or Discord with the email you entered the raffle with to confirm it's you.
Feel free to do
Or
that.
knock on his front door. And while we're waiting, I think we should spin that wheel one more time because Frankie wasn't here.
So you want a fifth winner?
What are we at likes wise right now?
We're at 58.
I got to see
That's not enough.
65 by the time I silently in my head count to 20, or else no more.
All right, for one more winner, can we do 65 by the time Dom counts to 20?
I'll start here in a second. I'm thinking.
He's a fast counter. He's a fast counter.
Should I
Counter
start
from
at
way back.
20? Should I start at 1? 0. 1.
Dun, 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 dun,
63
dun.
likes.
How does yours update live? I have to like refresh my page.
I have the back end of the stream here.
Oh, that's savvy.
Yeah.
Five more likes. Who's gonna be?
Still waiting on Chris.
Still waiting on Chris.
3 seconds.
67. We're at 67. We're good. All right.
Woo.
Do one more.
Ooh.
They say jump. I say how high.
I think
Write
it's
it
you.
down.
I think it's you say jump. I say I think it's the other way around, but there we go. The spirit's bright. Okay. All right. One more winner because Dom's generous here, and you guys are generous with the like button. Here we go.
I dance. They say how high.
It's all right, Chris. You can still DM me. This winner won't take away your winner.
Unless we decide.
Hunter Hammonds.
Hunter Hammond.
I have seen Hunter in the chat. I don't think I've seen him today though.
I think I know
Uh-oh.
Hunter Hammonds.
Well, there's one right here. You can become friends with him right now. I love giving stuff away. Giving stuff away. Kyle, why don't you let them know if they don't win the raffle here tonight, how they can hang out with us all day tomorrow from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
If you don't end up winning, let me send the link for purchase. Let me scroll up. I always lose this bad boy. Right here. Bam. Copy link. Send this here.
Looking for a hunter. Looking for a hunter.
Let me pin this bad boy. So that link will get you to a page where you can sign up and actually buy a ticket to today's all-day webinar if indeed you did not win today. And again, from 9:15 Eastern all the way till market close, you'll be with us with a little bit of a lunch break in between.
And also, there'll be some discounts for everyone who is there tomorrow for 3 and 4 leaf. If you've been looking at it, this is our best discounts as always, all day webinars and boot camps. You also have first crack at early bird pricing for our upcoming boot camp in person. It's been a while since we did one. It's going to be in March of next year. And it's going to be a pretty phenomenal discount too. And no one else will ever get it except whoever's there tomorrow.
Correct. It'll be like a premium access early bird pricing. So
Premium access early bird pricing. Are we looking for Hunter still?
So I don't think he's here. I think we got to skip him. But Chris, I think we got to give you a limit here. I don't know how long it's going to take.
He says just send it on Discord.
He just sent it. Maybe he sent it to one of you guys.
Scammer.
The boot camp's going to be on the West Coast, probably in Los Angeles.
California, for those who don't know where that is.
I've not gotten a DM from you, Chris. Let me if you're in the free lounge, Chris, let me say, Chris, I'm right here. So you could DM this Kyle if you DM the wrong Kyle. I know there are some scammers out there.
I am the real Kyle.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing?
So if you DM the wrong Kyle in Discord, we'll give you a little more. But Hunter's not here, so let's remove him.
Let's do another. Let's do another. Are we spinning?
We're spinning and
Spinning the wheel
oh,
again.
Dexter. We know
Wait,
Dexter.
mine's frozen.
Dexter's in the chat, but it's
We know
Dexter
Dexter.
here.
Dexter F. There it is. Dexter F. Dexter F. Where are you? Dexter F. In the chat. Send the DM.
There he is.
Dexter says he's here in the chat. Dexter, feel free to DM me the email you used. And Chris, I'm still waiting on you, Chris. I'm holding out for you, but
Chris. We might have to give away another one.
A little hard to get there, isn't he?
He says he sent it. Where did it go? That's what I always say.
Yeah,
Where did it go then?
I didn't get it here, Chris. If you want to email support at Clover Trading, might be easier. If that works better for you.
I'd be in full. What if I was Chris?
Chris. He says, I can send you the email on here. I don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Whatever you got to do to prove it. Send a pigeon, if you will.
It's kind of an interesting email, too. That's one he couldn't just guess.
Do you have access to that?
He would not be able to guess this one.
You'll never get this.
Send your carrier pigeon.
And Chris, you could do it this way too. Feel free just to send maybe the last 5 letters of the email and what. So you could say at Yahoo, at Gmail, at Hotmail, the last 5 letters, and then what provider it's at. So if you don't want to give away the whole thing, you can give a little bit. So Dexter is confirmed as well. Congrats, Dexter. There we go.
Congratulations, Dexter.
Congrats, Dexter. Step up to the podium. Collect your
Step up
award.
to the podium, collect your awards. 5 nights with Kyle Williams on the east of France.
The Encore Suites. A lovely terrace room overlooking the scene.
All right, Crispy, we're waiting for you. Feel free to just send the last 5 letters of your email with the provider.
You just leave us on the
Gmail.
edges of our seats.
Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, I don't know, whatever else is out there.
Yahoo, AOL, AIM.
Chris, I want to give you more time here.
This is out of control.
Yeah.
He's trying to
It's
hack
getting a
the
little awkward.
system, find the email. If they said we should spin it 5 times, and first person to send a message wins. Well, we can't like rapid spin because the first person would have a huge edge.
Huge edge.
Chris just posted it here. I'm not. Maybe does the chat?
I don't know where this is going.
Does
And it leaves him.
Does the chat not allow emails?
Does your DMs not allow emails?
No,
I'm
I get
confused.
DMs. Chris, we don't see the chat if you sent it. We see that you said I just posted it here.
The weird part is I really believe him. It's Chris B.
I'm
the
working
name.
with him. I believe him too. I just don't know what the issue is here.
On the Cathay. I don't know what's going on.
What's that line from 21 Jump Street?
William tested it as well. William said, I just typed an email. Do you see it? No. So there we go. But
Oh, official.
there we go. Bam. Chris got it. All right, Chris is our fifth winner or fourth winner.
25 minutes later.
But interesting. Now we know YouTube doesn't let you send emails. You just got to send part of it. Very nice. Well, congrats to the 5 winners we have. If you didn't win, I apologize, but as always, the to be able to purchase the ticket directly is always available as well. DominicTurtle.eggs@christmas.com is not an email, so YouTube,
that went through?
YouTube let you put that through.
Classic.
But congrats to the winners. Again, if you didn't win, sorry, but better luck next time. You can always still join through the link on the pinned tweet of the
We
chat.
can always do more raffles sometimes for other stuff.
Always do more raffles.
We'll probably do a
like the
raffle for the Real Boot Camp 2 coming up next year. But yeah, we're gonna be hanging out. You can take the thing off the screen now too, Steve.
We can. There we go.
We'll be live all day tomorrow. I can't promise it's going to be the best day ever. I see some plays out there. I'm going to make my watch this in a bit, but we'll be live all day. So if you're not interested in 3 or 4, if you're not interested in the webinars that we do every week, this is your time to have all day to ask us all your questions, and we are legally obligated to answer. We can't just bounce around and not answer some. So spend the day with us. Enjoy it with us. I don't know how I'm going to get back to questions.
We do have a few more minutes.
That went wrong. That went long, I mean.
And for those who did win, you will expect an email from Clover, or from support@clovertrading.io with all the info as if you've purchased. And you should be able to get the Zoom link about a couple hours before the stream starts. So anyone who's purchased, and that goes for everyone, anyone who has purchased or won the ticket for the all-day webinar tomorrow, do not panic if you don't get the email by tonight saying the Zoom link. The Zoom link is meant to be sent out a couple hours before it starts. So you should be getting it tomorrow morning, and then that Zoom link will begin and start the webinar at 9:15 Eastern. So, but anyways, if we missed your question, because I know there was a few, feel free to put your questions back in. We can do another 5 minutes here. We did start a little bit late as well.
Yeah, you know what? Put some more questions in.
Yeah.
No Good Morning NASDAQ tomorrow? No. Tomorrow's dedicated to all the all-day webinar people. I'm a little worried about my voice for tomorrow. But we'll be large and in charge tomorrow. I want to say live, but I guess we'll be large. Live and in chive tomorrow. 9 a.m. Santa's coming to town.
Christmas coming early tomorrow.
Christmas
Forget the 25th, December 12th, the new Christmas.
They say that's second Christmas. Believe it or don't believe it. Questions? Anyone have questions, comments, concerns? We do not respond to concerns.
Look, you can write them, but Dom will not be responding to those.
Have you guys been trading soon? Any consensus on how to trade it moving forward? It's a turd with no ears.
We talked about this earlier in Good Morning NASDAQ. At least I did, about SUN, where I have lost money, I think 2 days in a row on it now. I lost money on it, I think Friday, I lost money on it Monday. And doing so, I then completely ignored it yesterday, and therefore I then also wanted to completely ignore it today. One of those ones that's just so damn choppy, I just don't have, and you say any consensus on how to trade it moving forward? Yeah, the way I'm going to trade it is I'm not going to trade it. That's literally how I'm going to handle it. There's just some tickers that are so choppy and such pain in my butts that I'm better off not ever touching them again. Doesn't mean I won't touch soon again if it runs again. Because
show me on the doll where soon touched you.
No. But, it could run again and it could be better, but this run so far has proven to be quite a pain.
The breakout was fun.
Long side was great.
Since then, not been as fun.
But short side is not so great.
Huddie, talk to me about Cadle this morning. Obviously, an amazing gap and crap. You were somewhat interested in it, but seems like Good Morning NASDAQ dissuaded you. Were you not looking at it when you were busy with LAES?
Yeah, Cadle's annoying. That was like 50 cents away from triggering an entry for me. There's just for me in those floats, I don't like 20 mil floats plus and that price range. So that was kind of the ignore for me, but I still like them if they can like kind of have a front side spike and then I
Well,
like to short the backside because I think there's a lot of room for downside. So in order for it to have like a decent front side spike, it had to spike another 50 cents. I thought it got pretty close. I thought it was on its way there with the halt, but it just didn't trigger the entry for me. And I'm not willing to break my criteria just to be a part of a move. So I ended up missing it. It was sad. It was a good one. And that's kind of the game I play though, right? I just try to put myself in the best odds situations and really try to follow the criteria. I don't really like to make exceptions to the rules. And again, that's why this month has been kind of annoying for me. But some months are great because I do follow the rules.
Thanks, Huddie. That was awesome. I've been trading 3 years. In past months, we've seen such huge comebacks on overextended gap up shorts or first red days going all the way back up highs and further. You guys seen this occur in periods? For me, it's the first I've seen. Is this extensive on so many tickers? Kyle?
Let me reread this one. In the past 3 months, seen such huge comebacks, overextended gap up shorts. First red days, we're going all back. Well, so the overextended gap up in particular, I have always expected some kind of bounce. Now, it's not a for sure thing. There's plenty of overextended gap and craps or overextended gap ups where they don't have to bounce big. They could just pull and then stay within the lower range of the day. But I don't have any stats on that, but I would, if I had to guess in the dark, it's a 50-50 shot. 50% they don't bounce, 50% they do. And the problem is if they do bounce, they bounce pretty aggressively because it will usually be filled with shorts who missed the morning pull. And so then they're shorting the midday bounce, and then the bounce keeps going, and all of a sudden they're just piling on top of each other, squeezing themselves out because it just keeps going and going and going. So I've always expected that regardless of the market environment. However, I think I know what you're referring to, though. That's the ones that do bounce now can be a little bit uglier than expected. I mean, a perfect example was DJT in early November or late October, because that bounce was so crazy. It actually went to new highs on the day and then didn't go any higher and then actually pulled back a bit. So that was quite crazy. That's definitely more rare of a situation. First red days, though, I mean, when they work pretty darn well. You know, I haven't seen too many first red day bounces come back aggressively, unless you have some examples. So.
Awesome. Kyle, great. Thank you. Kyle.
Yes.
Hang on.
Oh,
What?
Okay, go.
What, Huddie? What's so important that you interrupt?
No, go.
What were we gonna say?
You had it.
Huddie, were you looking for a 20% spike to short?
Yes.
Awesome.
I wanted at least 20% to tell me that it had some kind of range in the morning. So it has to go at least that far before I'm not shorting it at 20%. That's what I'm trying to clarify right here. It just needed to spike at least 20% for me to consider it a play. And it came like very short of that. Like very close.
Hey, thanks, Huddie. Awesome. Rocky, what do you think about Humble over 0.0011 tomorrow? I know it's been weird. It's going to be a no for me, dog. There have not been enough big runners in OTC land, especially in this price range, for me to be buying first green days on them. It's now been 2 days where it's been between 001 and 0008. Probably a good risk reward situation. Gosh, I'm looking at the spread right now. It's been a long time since I've seen that many digits plus a K in there. It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
I would say be very careful about these. The first thing I saw when Humble started popping off, the first thought that went through my head was the last thing I want when I'm trying to be consistent and string a good month together is to have a bunch of OTC bags all of a sudden. Like that would really annoy me.
I can see myself with that. I can see myself with that bag.
Yeah, totally. I can see myself with a lot of bags. Like see that one and then buy like 6 others, and like all of a sudden a month later they're not moving. Like that's not what I want.
Someone asking about CMRX. Any interest in a breakout? It's there. It's a 3-day breakout. We saw one work today. What was it? LDTC. I'm just.
They also feel super hard, by the way.
Trying to cross compare some. I don't even. Is that not something?
I guess it is.
LDTC. How come I can't see that on LDTC? Oh,
It's
it is. There
technically
it
a
is. Letter
breakout. That's the only thing
tag.
you have to say.
It's there. It's alive. It's Chimerics, right?
And this is literally what you said, Dom. The day that it was gapping up, you said, and I think that's why obviously your brother's asking you because I think he's clowning you. Um, because literally the day that it gapped up on Good Morning NASDAQ, you said someone's gonna ask me about this 2 days from now if it's gonna be a multi-day breakout. Like that was your read.
Oh, because
So
this was like FDA news,
yeah,
higher
FDA news.
flow,
Yep.
and then the daily chart was Hey, we're here now. Um, it's there. I will probably go on my watch list as a potential 3-day breakout, but I'm not sure I'll do it. 307 looks like the level. That's what I'll say. It would be a breakout if it worked.
There we go.
Volume would be also important.
Alrighty.
All right, what time is it? Okay, Kyle, don't give me the alrighty. I'm going to shut the show down. Okay.
Well,
No,
we
you
think we
got-
answered all the questions, right?
Special dinner with your cats or something.
Hang on.
What, Huddie?
I'm like agreeing with you, Dom.
All right, awesome, perfect. Awesome, amazing. Okay. Yeah, wow. It is 8:07 Eastern Standard. The sun finally down for you, getting close.
Oh, it's been dark.
It had been dark.
Yeah, been dark.
Yeah, we should probably all get some rest. We got a long day tomorrow, 9 to 4, all day webinar. Don't show up here on the YouTube channel tomorrow because you will be alone without us. There will be no Good Morning NASDAQ. We'll be back ready to go Friday. And we're also doing a live trading webinar for the 4-leafs on Friday morning, correct?
Yep.
Might as well all be there because we'll all be trading the open. Yeah, any other questions you guys have, bring them tomorrow. If you're 4-leaf, put them in the room. We'll be happy to get to them. Kyle, what do you have to say to the great people out there?
If you're coming to the all-day webinar tomorrow, just become ready with questions, right? Well, there's going to be plenty of time for live trading, but there's also going to be plenty of time for questions. And if you're going to be in there, that's your undivided time to, get exactly what you want out of it. And so if there's any strategy you want to learn, anything you want to work on, trades you want us to review with you on that you took, like we're open to it all, right? And this is your time to soak it in and us to, give you all we got. So just come prepared with that, with the things you want to possibly take away with it, besides obviously watching us trade and seeing the setups that will appear. So there we have it. Anyways,
if you won the raffle tonight, congratulations. You are a world-class raffleette. Check your emails that you used to sign up. That is going to be your entrance into the all-day webinar tomorrow. And you'll have till 9 a.m. to get involved. So if you wake up tomorrow, you're like, I really want to join. You can still join. And we'll see you guys in there. Really looking forward to it. Really excited. Got a kink in my neck. Did something in the shower. I don't know. But I'm going to work from downstairs tomorrow. The last all-day webinar I was at, because I think I was dead during the last one, right? Was Fifi. So hopefully we get some action tomorrow.
there we go. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night. And we will, if you signed up, we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bright and early. It's so squirrely.